know that?
I mean, when?
Jabby, me not sell the herb so early this morning. You know whosoever say come buy herb, just let them know so we not sell the herb.
I didn't come to buy.
Where you want?
Come play fire.
Right now, fire out in them, I will arrest you and just check him a little later when the fire blaze up.
Yeah, man.
My heart pump gas, nigga. Push a hard when pimpin', stunning, living lavish. Get dope, grinning like the Grinch, taxing, steady acting. Blasphemy when tongue lashing, throwing salt up on his knacking. Get fucked playing pussy, boy, young Helen with the action. No really, but got a fully hitting everything moving. With the mob like Kobe with the Lakers, I'm going for the shooting. Get your whip flip pimpin', my goblins be hot pursuing. Niggas ain't got no end right, you stewing for a brewing. Homie, drama ain't nothing, shit, I'm never on delay. Duck get hit by a straight when I fade away the K. Riding dirty through the city, caddy dripping on the Chevy. Sipping lean, blowing sticky with some mob hitters ready. 10 toes to the pavement, trapping, tripping about the Fetty. Weighing 2 pounds extra, bitch, the waistline heavy. Shit, niggas get their issue, ain't no playing with my bread. We put niggas on lead diets when the mob on your head.
Here comes trouble. Proceed with caution, get a pass or a coffin, you know. Don't make me bust your bubble. Money mob stay bossing, sell out and we copping, we go. Here comes trouble, trouble. Here comes trouble, trouble. Here comes trouble, trouble. Here comes trouble, trouble.
Man, they say I'm trouble, and a nigga out here living the wrong way. If it wasn't for my older folks, I'd probably be
10 grams.
at 18.
10.
The crack was 10. The chrome was gray.
I go far. My goal is like 30.
Damn, 10
like,
grams.
Like that one dude, you know, like that one dude, I forgot his name, the Zihi or something. He was talking about 30 grams.
King Delaney, however that.
Yeah. I want to get to his level. I'm working on it. But anyways, all right. So,
like if I did that, I swear, 30 grams.
You'll melt. All right. Anyways, all right. So 10 grams. First up, lemon juice. Set in for 15 minutes. Drunk it like a shot. Drunk that shit like in a cup and like just drunk it like a big ass shot. All right. 5 minutes in. All right. 5 minutes in. My body starts like getting light. I felt like a light sensation, like, you know, I was like kind of like floating, but I wasn't floating, you know. I was sitting in my bed and stuff, you know, just relaxing, you know, at night, you know. And I started like just feeling this like light. And I noticed when I closed my eyes, my shit was getting lighter because I was sitting in a pitch black room, right? Yeah. Sometimes that's how I meditate. I sit in the room and it's all dark and stuff. You know, just lay down in the room, it's all dark. All right. Anyways, I closed my eyes and I noticing like, my eyelids were getting brighter. It was getting brighter, you know? Like there was an external light in front of me, you know, but there wasn't. When I opened my eyes, the room was still dark. When I closed them, but it was like lighter than when I opened my eyes. All right. 15 minutes in, my stomach was like feeling like I felt like butterflies in my stomach, you know, this warm butterfly feeling in my stomach and stuff. Then it starts advancing throughout my body stuff. And I just feel like my body tingling and stuff.
Yes.
And it felt good. It's a euphoric feeling and stuff. You know, I just felt relaxed. And my bed started to feel, all right, and my bed started to feel like I was like floating on the waterbed or something. I don't know. Like it just seems like everything was fluid and stuff, you know? Everything
like
was fluid.
Like it was in fluid?
Yeah, like I was like on a waterbed or so.
Oh.
Something. I don't know, like it's like when I moved, I felt like a motion, you know. It's like I felt every bit of motion. And everything was like all like it was just like a wavy motion, you know, it's just like a wavy feeling.
What's up, Hugo?
I don't know.
Damn.
Anyways, you know, after half an hour, I felt like I was seeing like visuals in my head. So it's like basically summing up. It's just like this. My imagination amplified. You know, I was seeing more vivid thoughts in my head. I could still control my thoughts, but I was seeing more thoughts in my head. You know, and my voice, the voice in my head was getting louder and louder. To the point where I thought I was like, did I say that out loud or did I freaking actually talk, or did I say that? Oh yeah. My dog or hold on. Yeah. So my voice in my head was getting louder than the voice I'm actually, you know, my physical voice, you know. And my head started spinning. And I noticed like my body started spinning again. Like it started spinning with like my head. It's just like an energy. Like you ever have one of those like it's hard to describe, but this happened to me a few times, you know.
Intro.
You know, it's like you wake up and your body is kind of like moving, like wiggling, but it's not really moving. But your spirit is wiggling.
You said yeah, introspection.
Introspection?
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Say that inner voice gets loud.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn.
It was amplifying and getting louder, and it was like, and I went under my covers. It was like all pitch black, and it was quiet. I couldn't hear anything.
Damn.
It was like I was in a void. I was in a space, deep space void, with no air, nothing. Just calm and this pure like just. I couldn't even think. I was just observing.
Yeah.
I was there.
Damn.
It's just like I could just be there forever. I won't even get anything. You know? And it was like, wow, what is this void? Then I seen this like freaking like grid. I started seeing this grid. Then I was like,
what's up with it?
Something was telling me it was like a soul grid. You know? And I was reading something on the soul grid, you know, and something popped up about the archons and stuff, you know?
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking archons. We're going to occult shit in here, you know? Yeah. Who fucks with that?
Damn.
Yeah, and they're saying that this planet is a prison planet, and around us is like a soul grid to keep us in reincarnation and shit, you know? Anyways, back to the trip. I seen this grid, right? And I was like, I'm gonna get out the grid. Cause I seen it like surrounded like universe. So I went through it.
Damn.
And I was like light speed. I was going light speed. Then I went through the grid. I busted a hole through that shit. And all of a sudden, like space was like it was like
Hollywood basement.
Inverted. It was inverted. It was like the darkness became white, but like everything was inverted now.
Damn.
You know, like, you know, instead of space being black, it was like white. And I was like, wow. But I could still see colors of the stars and the colors of all these different colors and shit. I'm like, wow. In these different galaxies. Then I went further. Then I went further out, then I broke out the bubble. It was a bubble. Then I was like in this like liquid. Shit.
You was in
like, It looked like like in a whole bunch of bubbles, like they looked blurred though because they were so far away.
Yeah.
They looked blurred, Right. And it was like I was underwater or something, and I started thinking like I want to be where like outside this bubble again. I know there's a bubble within the bubble.
Yeah,
so like
the bubble.
My mind brought me to like a different place, and it's like it brought me even outside the layer, and outside the layer was another bubble, and inside that bubble I seen like animals or creatures like swimming in these fucking like serpents.
That's get into like the avatar or something. You like go and log into those.
Yeah, kind of like Avatar, but it was like kind of like a dragon, serpents and stuff, and they were like swimming.
Oh yeah, because they go like this.
Inside that bubble was like many other bubbles, like universes and stuff, and I guess these dragons were protecting those universes, those bubbles were the dragon eggs. Those were the dragon eggs. Yeah,
like on Dragon Ball
the dragon eggs.
Like on some Dragon Ball Z shit. You know how they go around and they get the fucking.
That's what it reminded me of. The Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, they go around and get the fucking.
Takes those balls.
The Dragon Balls. They collect the Dragon Balls, and if they get 7 and put them together, the dragon come. Oh, thanks, Humpty, man.
Yeah.
Why is it that everybody sees this shit?
Huh?
Why is it that everybody sees this shit? Yo, what color was the grid?
The grid? Dude, it was like a shining. It was like a shining. It wasn't white. It was like a shining blackness. It's hard to describe. It was like a glitter blackness.
Yeah, I'm just trying to compare it because the grid I seen was orange and black. It was all the lines was orange and everything else was black. And the people were the outline of the people were orange. Like everybody in this house is
like Tron, like fucking Tron or some shit, huh?
Yeah, but it was just weird. Like I'm just the shit becomes and all that shit. Everything he's describing, most of us have seen that glimpses of that. Like remember I told you about that bubble I seen that was blue. Like I was the fucking inside of this gas that was like liquid and you could breathe it, and it was like fucking like being inside of one of them gas clouds that are in space, them fucking nebula star clouds and shit like that. Look, it felt like I was inside one of those rainbow shit that we always exist inside of these things. And we was that circle thing, that bubble or whatever the fuck. But go ahead, bro. I'm not trying to interrupt you. I just wanted to say, like, to interject that's fucking bananas how all of us see some type of grid system.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm looking at the archons and I was studying the archons and shit. And they were like before the Christians. They were the original Christians. That's before. In that Jesus Christ shit, that was just like fairy tales. That's just like a book to control people, because the Catholic Church wanted to have like control over the masses and stuff, and they wanted the information for themselves, so that way it won't empower people, So shit. So that's what they came up with that Jesus Christ shit, and all the other stories, and they went out and started like crusading people and shit,
What? Wait, what happened after you started stuffing the bubbles?
Okay, all right. So outside this bubble of the dragons and shit was like, it was like this freaking, like sky. It was a pink sky. Like with these giant clouds and shit. And I was going further out and stuff, and I seen the world. And these like fucking seeing these shadows or these like it was so big that it was like I told my mind to adjust it. It was big at first. Everything was blurry because I was so small in their world. And I said to my mind, I want to see clearer. So all right, so my mind brought me to like a bigger version of me, like of light. I was light. I wasn't even in my body. I was light. I was consciousness. I felt like I was like the viewer of the screen, the camera itself, You know how you watch a TV and you can't see the camera watching or viewing? You know, like it shows you the viewing, you know, of the picture, right? But you can't see the camera. I was like that and stuff. You know, I was invisible, but I could feel my presence, you know, getting bigger, right? All right, so anyways, I was getting bigger and stuff, right? Then I had 360 view.
Damn.
Everything. It was 360 view, but I could still focus on what I want to view though. So if I wanted to, I could bring my focus to like everything, but I could really bring my focus on the object or anything and all that stuff. But the first thing I noticed, I seen this freaking like mountain. It was so beautiful. It was like a whole bunch of trees. It was like this mountain was so huge. It would cover like 100 Earths. Like 100 Earths could cover that shit. Or couldn't even cover it. It was like so huge. And I seen these giant ass trees, you know? Some trees were like, you know, these like, it was like freaking like, there was like black trees that were like metallic looking. It was kind of like charcoal, but you know, like a shiny charcoal. You know, like pure charcoal or coal.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. I've been in those kind of realms.
Yeah, they're like it was like those, and I seen these like big ass fruits, these like golden fruits, like are hanging from off the trees and stuff. And these fruits, they're like kind of like pulsating. And like I could see the veins the roots of the trees like popping out. They're pulsating too. It's like those are the tree's veins too. It was pulsating along with the fruit, like you know, like a heart, you know, like you know how the heart pulsates with our body and stuff. Yeah, that's what the fruits were doing, but it was like doing it with a tree and stuff. It was like pulsating. I'm like, wow, the fruits are alive and shit. And it was so crystal clear. The sky was so beautiful. I was like, wow. Then I seen this big ass beehive. This beehive, instead of like having like 6 sides,
have green
you know,
light
as the bee cells, they were like freaking triangles.
Yeah.
Instead of hexagons.
Huh.
You know? They're like freaking, you know, triangles. And they were like these giant hornets that's like in the mountains, you know, they go inside these caves and they have their like hive there and shit. And their honey was like blue honey.
Blue honey?
Yeah, it was blue honey. It was blue and it was like bluish. It was like bluish, purplish, you know, like indigo-ish. And a little darker. It goes to varying shades, but like when it freezes, it turns like blue. Right. And when it's like melting and stuff, like when it's like room temperature, it goes to like a dark, rich purple. Okay, it's amazing. So, you know, I was just observing it, and I was going through it, and the hornets, all the animals weren't affected by me. They didn't. I was like a spectator. Yeah. You know, again, I was a spectator. I was like I wasn't there. It's like I wasn't there, but you I could do everything.
Yeah, like they was it like they was showing you on purpose or something?
I was showing myself actually. Honestly, like I was in control of my shit. You know, honestly, you know. Yeah.
There's something. And there's something.
I was like, I want to see more. Then I went outside like the cave and I didn't go deep inside the cave. I just went outside the cave because I was already inside. I just went outside the cave to the other side, and it just showed me like a huge ass river. I'm like, damn, that's a big ass river. then around the river, I seen these like houses, right?
Yeah.
These cabins, and there's these like fucking giants.
Damn.
They had like 4 eyes instead of 2 eyes. They had like 4 eyes.
Damn.
And they're like freaking these giants. The skin color of these giants were like a pearl, like they're like kind of like orange. Mm-hmm. And it's like a rainbow orange, like a pearl, like pearlescent orange color.
So, dude. Sounds like
Last link
sounds like you went
there. No, what's up with it last link? He left the cave. My ass would have stayed.
Anyways, these giants, right?
Yeah.
And they're like all like just like in in the community, and they're just like doing their thing and stuff. And I seen this one giant. He had like a fucking axe, like a battle axe. Like it could be used as a weapon, but he was like chopping down this freaking tree, right? Or this freaking tree, and I could see the tree, like kind of like the soul of the tree leaving the tree. And I could the soul of the tree communicated with me and it's like saying like we all take turns. Like, it was like kind of like that Lion King. Like how the lion said, like we all take turns, like being the king of the kingdom.
Yeah,
that's the soul. The soul was the tree of the soul. Or the soul of the tree was saying that was communicating with me and saying that we all take turns. Okay, I'll be a giant.
Damn.
The tree.
So basically, like we all take turns being these certain things or some shit.
Yeah. It's all game. It's all it's all a play game. It's like it kind of reminds me of like like how kids play with action figures. You know how they take turns with like each character.
I know exactly what you mean.
And that's kind of like what the Lego movie reminded me of stuff. It talks about it has a message about life.
Yeah.
You know how like the Lego movie was saying that they thought they were the bad guys and stuff. Like they thought the sisters creation were the bad guys, but they were like kind of like good guys. They just wanted to like get along. It's all perspective.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
dude, it sounds like what happened though is like you went out of our universe into like another universe.
I did.
Yeah, into another.
I went outside the bubble.
Yeah.
I went out the soul grid and went out the bubble.
That's why I can't wait to get this damn. I can't wait to get these O's on deck to just take an O and a half or something and just go ahead.
He broke through a few bubbles though.
Yeah.
He broke through a few bubbles. Man, y'all come in and hit that
He
like
went far as hell. That's like when you go that far, it's like dog, your astral body is there and you're doing experience and shit. And you know, because if you got that shamanistic feeling in your soul and your body, you can walk through shit and not be afraid of nothing and walk right up to them giants and observe what they doing. Like, what is this doing?
Yeah.
And just be the bug on the wall everywhere, looking at shit, looking at stuff, observing shit. Like, that's the fucking craziest shit about it, dog.
Yeah, that's trippy, man.
Yeah.
That is trippy.
All right, you guys want to hear the rest of the trip story?
Hell yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
We didn't know you.
All right, so I was like looking at the giants, right, and I seen the tree, like I explained the tree, the soul of the tree, how it was communicating with me, like we all take turns, being each other and stuff, Don't worry, I'll get that giant back. so yeah, the tree wasn't tripping. It was like, okay, you want to cut me down? All right, all right. What? That is so. And anyways, I went to the Giants, and the Giants didn't notice me. I was like, it was like I was pure energy, so I was like with the wind. I was like the wind and stuff. So because we all have, there's a conscience everywhere, just watching us, recording everything.
Yeah.
I was that. I was that. I was recording their world and shit. You know?
Wow.
Right. So
Like
I
the
was
scribe of their world or some shit.
Yeah. Anyways, I was looking at one of these. I seen this giant lady and stuff, right? And like she was eating like a spider leg, a giant spider leg. Like she was like eating it like it was like nothing. I was like, and these teeth, they had like 2 sets of teeth, like or 2 like times as many teeth as us. It was like Attack on Titans. It was like that, you know, like you know how their teeth, like they have teeth within teeth.
Dude, I was gonna say,
yeah, yeah, it was like that and shit, you know, and
double rows of teeth.
But wait, and she was eating
the double rows of teeth in the mouth. They got the double rows.
Hey, was the shit crunchy? Was it crunchy when she was?
And their teeth were like crystal like. They weren't white. They were like crystal, transparent crystals.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And their eyes were like a black oil color.
Oh wow. Like how people
be
tattooing their eyes all black now.
Yeah, but there was like a small pupil in the middle, like the eyes. And it was white. Their pupils are like white.
That's crazy because they be saying that the Giants was made out of silicon instead of silicon based. Oh man.
Damn. Anyways, like, all right, you know, this giant lady was like eating the spider leg like crazy, like she was munching on it. Like I was like, how did she munch on that? I was looking at her teeth, I'm like, damn, okay, that's why they could just like eat through anything. Like they could eat a fucking tree if they wanted to. You know?
Damn.
Yeah. They were eating that shit, and the spider leg was like a transparent green. It was a greenish blue.
And you only seen the leg of
it was like all like rainbowy. It's like all mixed in.
Yeah.
It was like there wasn't like this one. Everything was like pearlescent. You know, it wasn't just one solid color. You know.
Yeah.
Everything was like transparent and it was pearlescent and it was like, you know, colorful and shit, rainbowish.
Yeah, that's how that shit looked.
I noticed like every detail of the leg, and I'm like, wow, that was a big spider leg. And then I noticed that brought me to like another thing. I was like, I want to see a big ass spider.
Were you scared? Wait, really? Oh man, you're brave. Fuck.
Yeah. Shit. Trust me, I'm curious. Like, I don't care. I'm like, just like fucking curious, like Curious George.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like I'm about to push through this, and I'm about to see what the hell is going on. I'm the Skrizz-Eye right now.
So I went deep in the woods, right? And I seen this like freaking like giant like in the web, and these other giants they got caught in the web, and I guess some of these giants were like bloated, like the dead corpse of the giants were bloated, and they were like filled like but they were moving. I noticed like these like kind of like maggots. They're like moving in this giant's flesh, and they were popping out. And these maggots were like these spiders and stuff. Like I guess the spiders were like kind of like kind of how the bees have larvae. Yeah. Instead of the eggs, they have larvae. That's what these spiders were like. So, you know, the larvae were the baby spiders and stuff. And I guess they turned into spiders.
And they lay them like in the bodies of them, though?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I seen this one giant was alive, and it was like, it got stuck in the web and stuff, right? And he was like, I hear him yell. Huh?
Sounds like fucking... Okay, this is so mind-blowing, because it sounds like literally outside of our universe is like a fucking World of Warcraft going on.
Yeah.
Simulation.
Yeah. It's like one of those like Russian dolls, you know, like, or like what do they call them? Like eggs. How like they the small one goes inside and another one goes inside. And keeps going. Yeah, it's like that. This stuff. Yeah. But anyways, I heard this giant. Yeah, I seen this giant was like yelling and screaming, and Oh my gosh, it's like it was so loud. The trees were vibrating with the giant scream because the trees were so lively and everything was so lively. And I was like, the giant man was like, he looked powerful, but again, there was more powerful things around him. So, and the web was powerful, and he couldn't get out the web and stuff. So he's like kept on moving, wiggling. Then I seen this big ass fucking spider come out these tall ass trees. The trees were like very, very tall, like reach a height. Like I was deep in the woods, so it was like I could barely see the sky, you know. But light was like
trip.
The light was like flashing through the leaves and stuff, you know. But I can't see the sky fully because the trees were so tall. But I was up in the trees though, you know, because I guess the spiders, they hang out up in the trees, and I guess the giants were trying to like hunt for these like spiders, or the spider eggs and stuff for food. But I guess, you know, they got caught and stuff, or I guess the spiders ambushed them. I don't know, shit. But anyways, this one spider was like, it just came out and it was like, holy shit. It was so huge. Like, oh my gosh. And instead of like having like 8 legs or 10 legs, and this shit had like 16 legs.
Damn.
16 legs. 16 legs. And each leg, each point of the end, it was like a stinger. So if the spider like goes on you, it stings you too.
At the same time.
It's like, oh my gosh. These spiders, and they had these big ass pinchers, right? And the colors of these spiders were like, it was like a deep burgundy, transparent burgundy. And I could see inside the spider, and it was like I could see how it worked and operated and stuff.
Damn.
You know, and it was like pulsating too. You know, it was like I could see the heart of the spider. It was like pulsating. It was like, oh shit, damn. But it had a thick shell, but it was transparent.
Yeah,
you know, it was like I said, everything was like it's either transparent or pearlescent.
But it was like, was it those like the loud, like so it was like the loud fluorescent colors and shit though?
Yeah.
Cause I've been in cities like that, like even the trees, like I was seeing these big ass trees that fucking, they was like damn near see through, and like you could see the little peas, the pods in the fucking trees and shit in the leaves.
The ripples in the veins, or not veins, but you know.
Yeah,
like
the veins,
little,
but
like,
they be like lit up though. They don't. They be like a fucking neon color or some shit.
Yeah.
Man, I did not walk into that shit. I was standing way back. It looked like it was underwater though, and I was looking at it. I didn't even try to move up. I just stayed there. But no, what? So what did the spider do to dude?
Oh, this spider fucked him up. Shit. Oh, okay. I didn't get to that. All right. All right. The spiders, like, what the spiders do, they just like go for the kill. Like they see a live, you know, like giant, they just go for the kill. They just devour them. Like I seen the giant just like cried in tears. A grown ass man giant, and you look tough, but I guess too, you're gonna cry. You're gonna fucking cry, and you're like, you're gonna do everything. It's like you're probably gonna shit yourself.
Yeah.
Seeing
that
shit,
motherfucker touch you. Fucked. Once it touch you, gonna shit yourself because he got spikes on this damn.
I seen the spider fangs, just like sharp ass, like long ass fangs. It's like a fangs of a snake. It was long and skinny, and just like this went inside this giant. And the first thing I noticed about the giant, his eyeballs swelled up, and they popped out his fucking sockets. Damn. And the loud that screamed, and all of a sudden, it's just like everything, like his like nose, like fluid came out his nose, and it's like fucking, it was like a horror movie, like damn. And he started throwing up, you know, but it was like it was a very
instant kill.
Like body. Wait, you're waking up. like apparently it cooks on the inside. So I seen like the smoke coming out of his mouth and fucking stalks and damn.
Wait,
and it's like
I didn't hear what
it doesn't completely melt him, it cooks him.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, like he's being boiled inside.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like eyes turned into like freaking juice.
Didn't with the yelling, didn't nobody come and try to save him or nothing? What the fuck was that?
No, like this was deep in the forest.
But the
like
scream,
all warriors,
you said
we're
the scream,
caught and we're already dead.
huh?
It's like they were hunting.
Yeah.
They went far too deep in the forest, and they all got caught in the spiders like ambushed them and fucking. I'm going from the deep from the forest floor all the way up to the trees, and they hid the bodies in these freaking
like Frodo and them, like exactly what happened to Frodo.
Yeah, that's
this shit.
That's fucking
Trippy,
crazy.
Man. It was like scary, you know. Again, like no critters noticed me because I was just a spectator. You know, I was just energy.
Though they they didn't even notice you.
No, they didn't notice me. I was just spectating.
So okay, what happened after that?
Wait, were you like melody or something?
I was invisible. Like I was like
you said you was like the wind or something, wasn't you, or something?
Yeah, hypnosis, you feel like a camera. You feel like a fucking camera face. Like your face is a camera. Yeah. That's it. You got control of your astral head. That's it.
Yeah.
Just your headpiece.
Yeah, I get that.
That's how I was describing it. Stuff, you know, like you you look at like a TV and you see the picture, but you can't see the camera taking the picture. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, reality, like
anyways,
like in
normal
speed, or was it like sped up at all to like so you could see what was
happening? It was speed for me.
Okay.
But I noticed this is one thing I forgot to tell you. I noticed as I was going out like outside the bubble, everything was happening in like all the universes were exploding and forming. So it's as I was going outside of their time, and I was like escaping, their time. And when you go further out, everything inside the micro world is quickened, and as you go out, it slows down and stuff. Everything speeds up. It's hard to describe. Say if I went out outside the bubble and I came back to this world would probably be gone because it'd probably be like a billion years later.
Yeah.
It's probably like I just left for 5 minutes, came back.
Damn.
That's it.
It's like that. So you further go out, like everything inside this world speeds up, and you go outside that world, and it's normal for you. But it's just like if you look in the still worlds, everything is happening so quickly.
Yeah, so fast.
Yeah. Like that,
Did you make tea, or did you eat the fiber like the mushrooms themselves, or did you strain them and just drink a tea?
Ate the fiber. I did that shit. I did some motherfuckers in lemon juice. Lemon juice. I ground it up real good, and I let them soak in lemon juice for about 15 minutes. Then I just drunk that shit like a big ass shot. Like fucking tequila or something,
What up with some orange juice, right?
I drink that
orange.
That's real.
I love it with orange juice. Orange juice feels like it boosts it.
That's why.
Dude, I feel like orange juice boosts it.
That movie end up where they go.
Oh, your mic's fucked up?
That's what they wanted.
Oh, what?
No, can you hear? You can hear us?
Yeah.
Yo, like the orange juice, you feel like it boosts it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to tell people that the darker the room, the more visual the trip is.
Yeah, it's like being in a flotation tank, really, because that's how like the first beginning of my trip felt like. Because I felt like I was like on water or something, or like a fluid, and it was like it was getting like my thoughts were getting louder and louder and shit, more focused inside, I was more focused on conscience than really in this physical realm I'm living in right now. Anyways, where was I? In the trip. The spiders were the giant. Oh yeah, the spider was devouring the giant. Well, it was soaking. It was like cooking. The venom was cooking the giant from the inside out and stuff, right? But it was not fully cooking them. It was just cooking them enough to like just boil his guts and stuff, And
so it can suck that shit out.
This like the spider just had his jaws, like it had jaws too. Like it was like Predator, you know how like on Predator those jaws open up, it was like that, and his freaking teeth and just like started devouring tearing the flesh off the giant. So I seen a whole bunch of spiders coming, and these little giant spiders. I guess those were the babies coming out and just devouring the giant too as well. And,
was the spiders like? Was
inside the giant? It was like all white. It was like lobster.
Was the giants? But was the giants like bigger, like hella bigger than the spiders?
No. Like these spiders were like huge.
In the what way you said?
They go in the variations. All right, the small spiders. I guess those were like the baby spiders.
Australian.
Those were what they were eating.
Yeah.
But they didn't know like there was bigger spiders. They probably thought those were like the baby spiders. They probably thought those were the mature spiders, the adult spiders, but they weren't.
Damn.
So, because that's what the lady, the spider leg was, how she was eating small parent and stuff and all that, and it was like that was from a baby spider.
Yeah. Damn.
That big ass leg, that was from a baby spider.
Oh my god!
Now the adult spiders, oh my gosh, those were like the leg covers like you can make a fort out of the legs, You could just like the legs were like probably like 30 feet, like freaking like one leg is probably like 30 feet in length or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
With
it's
spikes
like
on
big.
the
It's
end
like
shit. But what? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
And the
giant
the
leg is like thick and it's big as like one leg is like big as like those like windmills.
Yeah.
Like by the mountains, those white windmills, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was like that. Take a propeller. It's one propeller, from that, and that's a leg right there.
Damn. Yeah, that's huge. And you said the Giants was like what on the inside?
Oh, like when they get cooked?
Yeah.
They turn white. It turns like a kind of like not fully transparent, but it's like kind of like lobster meat or crab meat.
Wow. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
damn. I was like, after I seen that, I'm like, okay, I want to see something else. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went out. My mind was telling me like go up and like go past the trees. So I went up to the sky and past the trees and all the spiders. Before I had to pass all the go up to the sky, I passed through the spiders' nests and stuff.
Yeah.
And man, guys, they had a whole new world in the trees. Like a whole bunch of spiders like living together, eating each other. They would eat their young and they would eat those. So they will eat the weakest link. They don't care. They will eat the weakest link. Shit. But it was a battleground for these spiders. If they don't get any food from the outside source, you know, like they'll eat each other.
Wait, dude,
they don't fully eat each other off. It was just like they're just like, you know, territorial with their shit, you know.
Yeah, they'll eat the weakest links.
Yeah, if like one spider gets his leg, you know, injured, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for that spider, you know. Yeah. You know what?
You see what he's saying though, true. Like the key to this shit is going in with the attitude that you want to see more. Like that's what I tell you. Like you gotta really want to see more. I want to see more. Like you're just a fly on the wall. You just a bug on the wall in the room. It don't matter what's going on. It don't matter what's going on. You want to see it.
Yeah, you just want to see it, and your mind, and you go, and it take you there. And that's like, golly, man, that's just trippy. You know, it's my next. Dang.
A lot of the cultures, you know, all that stuff that came from the outside world. That came from like extraterrestrial, and how the Greeks, you know, how they built those like temples and stuff, you know, and the signs that came from they done psychedelics, you know. That's where they all got their shit from, you know. And you know, all the ancient Egyptians and stuff, you know, they got their shit from the outside worlds and stuff,
from
all
the
that,
outside world,
you know, world within world stuff. You know,
I have to know about the spider reality and stuff. Like, but you said that the soul in the tree told you that like everybody was just basically playing a simulation, like, and they weren't, you know, like one level, like, it was horrifying to get eaten by the spider, but like on another level, it was just literally a video game that they were like playing different roles in the game. It's fucking crazy.
You still feel pain though. I tell you what, if you get eaten by a spider, I'm pretty sure you'll feel pain.
What's up with it, Lloyd, man? You know what I mean?
Anyways, I went up in the trees and stuff, and the spiders, they're living together and stuff. And I went up. I seen this big ass spider. I mean, I guess this was the queen, and she was laying eggs like nothing. They're like in the tree. They have to have these big ass trees that it was like kind of like on Avatar. You know, the trees were like so huge. They have like branches of different branches. And, you know, like it branches out and touches other trees and stuff. It was like a community of trees, and you could live. It was like a whole new world up in the trees. You know,
opposed to on like the ground. It was like two different places.
Yeah. The trees were so tall and big, light doesn't really touch the ground. Yeah. So it was like nighttime on the ground.
And they cut them trees down.
Because it was like in a deep, deep forest. And they brought me to the deep, deep forest. All right, shit. These trees were huge. Now, I went up and I was like, okay, let me like, you know, freaking, you know what? Instead of just going up, let me teleport to the freaking sky. And I told my mind to teleport me to the sky. And like, also I just teleported and boom, I was there in the sky and stuff. And I was looking down, I'm like, wow, these trees were like, the leaves and all that stuff, it were blue, green, and gold.
Wow.
And like I said, everything was like, the colors were so vivid, and it was like everything wasn't just one solid color.
Yeah.
Everything was a mixture of colors. Like, you know, it was like chameleon and stuff. Oh, man. Anyways, I looked around in the sky and stuff, and I was like, wow, damn, the clouds. I was like above the clouds.
Did the clouds look the same?
The clouds?
Yeah.
They were like kind of like a golden cotton candy-ish texture to them. Like the clouds were so dense, they were made of something, you know, like, you know, it's like some like cotton fabric or fiber and stuff. Yeah. You know, I guess it was like some gas or something, you know. Because, you know, this world was different. It wasn't just oxygen. It was more like, you know, just other things. It was probably a different kind of oxygen, but it was like, it's like dense.
You didn't see no birds?
Oh, I will get to that, man.
Okay.
I didn't see a bird. I seen these like freaking like was like these worms flying, and they're just like, they were kind of like floating. It was these worms, and they all had like 6 heads, 6 heads on each, and they're like just floating, and they look like gummy bears. I mean, gummy worms. They look like gummy worms and stuff. And they're just floating there, and I guess like they live inside the clouds.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird. They live inside the clouds because these clouds there's another world in the clouds, inside the clouds. These clouds weren't regular clouds I've seen before. They were like, like a gas, like a thick gas, but it's like, it was like a texture of cotton, or no, cotton candy. It was cotton candy, like a texture of cotton candy.
Yeah.
It was like, I didn't want to go inside the clouds. I was like, yeah, that's good enough,
You didn't want to?
Further.
Oh, you were scared to go into the clouds because of the worms?
I don't know. Not gonna lie, like after seeing the spider, I don't know. Shit. I wasn't scared, but I was like, I seen enough shit like that. So let me go. let me go in the sky, and further out in the sky. So see if I can break through this world and stuff.
Dang, boy,
all right, so I like freaking light speeded out in the sky. Then the sky was like forever, like it was like a thick atmosphere, Then I went out, and it was like I was still in the sky. I was like, well, why am I in space? I guess, do they have space? I'm like, no, I seen these bubbles again with these bubbles, and I seen this like freaking planet in the atmosphere of another planet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, shit. Hold on. Well, then I kept going, and it looked small, but like I kept going, and it was getting bigger and bigger. And I guess like if you go to like, if you're like, a conscious being, if you go like near a planet that's small, but if you go near it and go, it adjusts your size to that planet. So that way you could experience the planet and stuff. So as I was going towards the planet, I was getting smaller and smaller. Thus the planet was getting larger and larger. Then I went inside the planet and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. And get this, it was like a rock. It looked like a rock, like a crystal rock. Damn it, that's a crystal ball. A crystal rock. It was like a rough rock. Then I'm like, but in my mind it said it was a planet. I'm like, wait a minute. It's just that there was no life form is in it. But it was huge. It was huge because I was like small.
Yeah.
Because I was like adjusting to the planet. So I went and it told me to go inside the planet. Oh, I had the feeling, the intuitive feeling to go inside the planet, right? So I went inside the planet, and it was like, holy shit! It was like a, think of this world, this Earth, inside out. It was like that. It was inside out. Everything was inside out, and there was a sun in the middle of the fucking planet, like the core. The core was the sun. It was like a hollow Earth. I'm like, holy shit, that was cool. But it wasn't. No, it was different from Earth though. But the sun was like it wasn't white. It was like pink. It was a pink. It was a good pink light. Pink golden light. It was so cool, and it was like so warm, and it was like, oh man.
When I smoked DMT on shrooms one time, yeah, I remember like I was like in this place where like the sky was pink and everything, and like I was like in a lake or something. I remember, but yeah, it's trippy.
It's hella trippy, man.
Shit.
I'm like, what the hell? And then you just navigating from place to place, like, well, let me go over here and see what's over here.
Yeah,
let me go over here and see what's over here. And
I was like the wind, man. I was like a conscious wind, or something. I was just energy. Anyways, I went inside this planet, right? And I was like, life everywhere, flowing everywhere and stuff, right? And again, like something told me to just go in the forest. I like just going in nature. It's like something with nature. I just go inside, the forest and stuff of the planet, and these trees. Again, with these trees, we're like, they're like freaking. The shell of these trees were like the consistency. I can't say it. Consistency of like freaking like Doritos. I know it sounds weird, but they're like Doritos. They're like the trees were blue, and the shell of these trees they had like a hollow shell.
Levels to everything.
Like a protective layer within the layer. They had a hollow shell, and I poked a hole through it. The shell. Well, no, I went inside the hole. I couldn't really affect anything there. I can only see this like go through shit. I went inside the shell, and it was like the tree itself was like a pearlescent, like white. And it was like, it was glowing. It was glowing. It was glowing and shit. And it had like, it had life within the barks, It had like, it was filled with like, it was filled like with these little worms and shit. Like the whole worms made up the tree. Like the whole tree. I went deep inside the roots of the bark, and there were these little tiny worms, like these worms making up the tree. And I guess that was their atoms and shit. Like in that world, the whole world, that whole world was made up with just worms.
So the worms were. It was so many of them. They was in the shape of the tree, actually.
Yeah. Because I went so small. And just like worms and shit.
Or were they like?
They were like, just like they were just there, just entangled and shit.
Our nervous system,
right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I guess they feed on heat. I guess being like they feed on like heat. Like they intertwine with each other and to create friction and heat. And they feed off of that or something. I guess they don't eat physically food, but they just feed on energy.
But they mimic like trees and other things like that, though.
Yeah, they were the tree. They became the tree. They made up the tree.
Damn.
Yeah. You know how like atoms make up like objects and shit?
Yeah.
Well, instead of atoms, they were worms. Oh man! So I went outside. I didn't go in deep in the microverse. I just went fuck that. I went outside again, then outside the world, and I was like, I was looking at the trees. I'm like, wow, they're blue, and they look like blue. Like the outside looked like blue Doritos, but they weren't the shape of Doritos, but the texture of it looked like blue Doritos. It was amazing. It's like, wow, damn. Just wow. And the leaves were like freaking clear. They're transparent. They're like this like orange. They're like the leaves were orange and clear at the same time. Orange transparent, But they were thick leaves. Like they were like, it's like they were like half an inch thick. Like they could be made out of candy. They look like that.
Made out of. They look like they was made out of candy.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. And the ground. I'm looking at the ground. The ground was like, the it was like sand. It was like try grounding up a whole bunch of Smarties and put it in all in one powder and jar, and that's what it looks like. And I had like little crystals, like shiny crystals inside the sand.
Like, did you
And
hear?
I
Was you
went to
hearing any?
a river.
Was you hearing like any sounds or music or anything? Somebody said.
Oh yeah, I heard some like sounds and like it was like kind of like a tone, a beautiful tone. It's hard to describe when I seen like that the sun, the pink and orange,
Yeah.
or pink and yellow sun. It was like a pink sun, but it was on the edge of it and like around it was like an orange light. Man, it was wow. It was like a pink peach sun.
Yeah.
And light was hitting, just like beaming out of it. I'm like, wow. Everything was alive and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It seems everything is alive. But that's just to see it in another aspect like that is just something that's amazing, dude. That's truly amazing.
And you got to some water, right?
Yeah, the river. Like I went to this river, right?
Wait,
and, like, I went like, wait. This was inside the hollow world.
Yeah, the hollow.
The hollow planet. I'm talking about the hollow planet. Yeah. I went inside this river, right? And it was like I looked up in the sky and like the sun was like in the middle of everything, but it was so big. It was like the world was so big that like you couldn't see it on the other side of the planet because it was so big. Everything like it was like the sky was like peach.
Yeah.
It was like a peachy yellow. You know, a peachy yellow and pink. It was so beautiful, and it had that golden texture to it, or that golden, like that golden glare to it. You know, as I was looking at the water, I noticed these rocks. They were like these crystal rocks, and they're like sparkling, and it was like, oh wow. And I was like looking at everything. I noticed like everything was like crystal-like, you know? It was like everything's made out of glass or something. Or I don't know. It's just weird. Just the majority of shit on there, the rocks were like see-through and glass-like structure, crystal-like structure and shit. And the water was like, it was a thick water.
Damn.
It was like kind of like
slime,
thick,
like
gelatin water,
like slime or something.
Yeah, but it was like what's it called? Stop motion water. Like everything's like, you know what? The easy way to describe everything was like one of those like stop motion texture animations. You know? Yeah. Yeah. It was like that. In that world, it was like that. Yeah. It's like everything was like stop motion animation. It was like that. It was like a thick water. It was cool. Like it was like gelatin. Like
Flex.
Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful, man. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Shit.
What?
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
How many hours did it last from the 10 grams?
Man, this honestly, it felt like a long ass dream, you know. I'm getting so emotional just like talking about it because there's more to this shit. Yeah, we want to hear it all. Do you want to take a break a little bit or something? Yeah,
it's warm.
Because it's so much, I can't believe I got I took this knowledge in this shit, you know, because usually most people like forget about shit like this, huh? Yeah, forget about the each detail they seen and shit. I remember all the details and shit. And
somebody said, like, did you notice any metal?
Did I notice any metal?
Yeah,
the trees in the other world, the giant world, was the trees were like kind of like a metallic charcoal.
Dang.
Yo, you can't forget none of this stuff, yo. Kalimbi talks about this shit. The higher grams you go, the more visual it is. That's another life you just lived. You lived another life. Yeah, and you I pretty much lived another life. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got all my tattoos.
That's why I'm like so emotional about it. And it's like I'm not really an emotional person. It's just like it just blew my mind. It's like I'm thinking about this world, and it's like this world ain't shit I'm living in.
somebody said, would you do it? Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would. I'm like, yeah. It's like you gotta prepare yourself. You know, like you want to live like 500 years.
Man,
all right. I'm 24, right?
Yeah.
And that world I experienced was like 500 years. So compared to this world ain't shit.
Yeah, it ain't shit.
So that's why I'm living. I'm like, I felt like the other world was home.
Hold on.
I mean, when?
Jabby, me not sell the herb so early this morning. You know, whoever say come buy herb, just let them know that we not sell the herb.
I don't even come to buy.
Where you are?
Come play fire.
Right now, fire out in them, I will arrest and just check him a little later when the fire blaze up.
Yeah, man.
My heart pump gas, nigga. Push a hard when pimpin', stunning, living lavish. Get dope, grinning like the Grinch, taxing, steady acting. Blasphemy when tongue lashing, throwing salt up on his mackin'. Get fucked playing pussy, boy, young Helen with the action. No willy, but got a fully hitting everything moving. With the mob like Kobe with the Lakers, I'm guard for the shooting. Get your whip flip pimpin', my goblins be hot pursuing. Niggas ain't got no end right, you stewing for a brewing. Homie, drama ain't nothing, shit, I'm never on delay. Duck get hit by a straight when I fade away the K. Riding dirty through the city, caddy dripping on the Chevy. Sipping lean, blowing sticky with some mob hitters ready. 10 toes to the pavement, trapping, tripping about the Fetty. Weighing 2 pounds extra, bitch, the waistline heavy. Shit, niggas get their issue, ain't no playing with my bread. We put niggas on lead diets when the mob on your head.
Here comes trouble. Proceed with caution, get a pass or a coffin, you know. Don't make me bust your bubble. Money mob, stay bossing, sell out and we copping, we go. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble.
Man, they say I'm trouble, and a nigga out here living the wrong way. If it wasn't for my older folks, I'd probably be gone today. At 18, a nigga crack was tan, and the chrome was gray. I popped the get loose, then mixed the goose with the Tanqueray. Like fuck what you say, I live my life day to day. Hitting licks, my bitch and slanging yay, that's how I make my pay. I have the biggest cape, that bitch just sing like anime. We get cream and we throw these things like Cassius Clay. In and out of state, Nabby with the Cali plates. In the streets deep, be in my fleet, moving valleys, wait me, trick bitch, smiley face. Take her on the rallies day. My dude spark, your niggas all talk like Sally J. We be in San Jose or in Vegas at the Mandalay. Buck a queer soon as he get near no Tampa Bay. And to stamp your face, legs, arms amputate. Put you in the cramped space, then send you to your anti-face.
Trouble. Proceed with caution, get a pass or a coffin, you know. Don't make me bust your bubble. Money mob, stay bossing, sell out and we copping, we go. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble.
They gone too far now, man. So that dealers. How you want from me, boy? I come like It become a pestilence in my life, you know. What you want? A money you want? Me have a $7 million in the blood clot mansion road, boy.
Which part in there then?
Right next to the room, where the staircase there. Don't kill me, see it? I'll give you everything. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, no. See, $7 million whole heap of blood clot money. Why else you want from me? Kill me, girl. I give you everything me have, road boy. You have all of my money, you have everything. Why else you want from me? Eh? Huh? Yes, sir.